The following is an exclusive sports presentation of the RVA Sports Network. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. We are live on the campus of Cosby High School as we get set for girls lacrosse action. First time to bring you lacrosse in this 2018 spring season, as it's the Atlee Raiders at 2-0 against the homestanding Titans of Cosby, also with a record of 2-0. Beautiful Monday night, sun settling down and getting set to say goodnight on this March 26th. And we are set for what should be a fantastic girls lacrosse match. Rob with them along with you here live in Chesterfield County, Virginia. We get our first draw control of the evening, and we are going to get underway here in just a second. Raiders coming off a big 14-2 win over Midlothian on Friday. And again, with a record of 2-0 going into a week that will also see them play arch rival Lee Davis before the holiday break. That game coming up on Wednesday night. We are set and ready and glad you're with us here this evening. First draw control of the night will come to the Titans of Cosby. O'Keefe has it, gets into the offensive zone, lost it temporarily, and gets it back. Whistle blows, and we're back to action. She works left of center. Looking top of the circle. Gets the pass off to Simmons. Kelly Simmons working right side. Raiders again allowing just 2 goals against the Trojans back on Friday night in their last time out. And with a freshman goaltender, now that Savannah Clark from last year's state semifinalist team has departed, now playing at St. Bonaventure University in the Atlantic 10. We get a whistle. 55 seconds into play. Cosby will retain control. Lexi Baumhover has it. Gets it up top to Simmons. Looks to work it around the right side and does. That's Bella Baumhover with it. Bella looks inside, nothing there, but behind the net finds a teammate. Now a scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by Maggie McCormick. McCormick, pass intended for Jimenez. And now a fight for it in the corner. 2 Titans against 1 Raider. Cosby will retain. Minute and a half in. No shots on goal yet. No score yet. Just underway here at Cosby. Pass towards Simmons. She works it right side. We get a whistle. And we could have a free position shot coming up now for the Titans. Simmons, one of several seniors on this Cosby Titan team that again comes in tonight with the 2-0 mark. Whistle blows. Simmons works it back to Jimenez behind the net. Cosby will go back in the offense. Jimenez blocked. Gets the pass to Simmons. Lost it. Now fight for it. Raiders almost pick it up. Can't quite do it. Cosby's going to be able to grab it as we get a whistle, and Titans will keep possession. So Atlee having to play a lot of defense very early. Pass intended for Simmons just over the top of her net. Picked up, though, by a Titan teammate. Shot on goal saved by Atlee. 2.5 minutes in, Stella Harrison, the new freshman starter in goal for Atlee, as we get another whistle as the Titans move offensively towards the middle of the circle. And Lexi's going to get a free position here. Coming up on 3 minutes gone by, no score. Whistle blown, shot taken, and saved by Harrison. Goes behind the net out of bounds, and Cosby will retain the possession. So a nice long trip in the offensive zone to start things off here tonight for Cosby, but unable to take advantage as of yet, but they'll keep working at it. Pass intended for Simmons, lost it briefly, gets it back, works the middle, now heading right side, trying to find a place to cut in, and the Raider defense denies. Back to Jimenez behind the net. She'll look to work and turn. Does so, and we get a whistle. If you have problems penetrating the defense, force the free position. And the Titans have been able to do that on 3 occasions so far. Still looking for goal number 1. 1 save and 1 shot off the mark. This time, whistle's going to go against Cosby. And the Raiders will get possession for the first time tonight, almost 4 minutes into the first half. Faith Anna brings it across, pass inside, open, shot, score. She finds Kate Miller, the freshman, right in the center of the circle, the assist to Faith Anna, and it quickly. It's 1-0 Atlee. 20:53 to go first half. Nice aggressive play by Anna on the right side, but Miller, how she was that wide open is beyond me. The Titans spent so long, almost 4 minutes, on that first offensive possession. They found it hard to get back on defense, and the Raiders took advantage. So now mentally, you wipe all that out of your mind if you're Cosby. It's just 1-0, and you're only 4:07 into the match. Lots of other action going on tonight across the high school world. We'll keep you posted on it as we get updates across our Twitter network. Draw control taken by the Titans. It's Ellie Birnbaum who gets it. And we get a whistle. Titans will retain control. 2 25-minute halves in girls lacrosse at the high school level. Boys are 4 quarters. And speaking of which, Cosby and Atlee boys varsity underway up in Hanover County tonight. Atlee coming off a heart-stopping 11-10 overtime win at Midlothian on Friday night. 2 teams that will likely go very far in their respective regions and classes this year. Atlee in Class 5 in Region B and back in the postseason amongst their Richmond area brethren after a couple of years out in the 5A North region. Pass inside, intercepted by the Raiders. Ari Wheeler getting it, passing it back over to Harrison, the goalkeeper. Looking for the outlet pass and gets it, and the Raiders will get possession. Midlothian, of course, in Class 4. And these Cosby Titans in Class 6. So a match here tonight where 2 teams, very good teams, play against each other. Both will learn from the experience, and both will go their separate ways once the postseason begins in the latter part of May. Raiders with it right at midfield. Up 1-0 on the goal from the freshman, Kate Miller. Check that. Titans get the control at midfield. Birnbaum will pass it over to 24. That's Kaylee Fan, and she'll take over. Lets the defense go by her. And they lost possession. Atlee will grab it. Trying to get it across midfield, lost it, got it back. Emily Karn with some trouble. Now more trouble right at midfield. No one seems to want possession. And the officials believe they're calling it Titans with the ball. Far on the other side of the field, right at the midfield stripe. At the official table, down on the field. 18:30 to go first half. Pass, and a tough one at that, trying to thread the needle, and the Raiders will take it at midfield. Emily Karn with it off the pass from Reagan Kolb. Faith Anna can't control it off the bounce, taken by the Titans. Lexi Baumhover with it. She's got 2, now 3 Raiders on her, trying to get around them, and does. Nice job by Lexi. Into the circle, takes a shot, loses possession, but not before a whistle, saves her. And I believe we'll get a free position here at 17:50 to go in the half, and the Titans down 1-0. Lexi ready, Stella Harrison ready in goal. Whistle blows, shot saved by Harrison. And quickly out to Kellen McGlamory. McGlamory with a pass quickly to Miller. And just like that, the Raiders in the offensive zone. Miller racing up the middle. Shot off the pole. The top post clanks off of that. No good. Rebound to the Titans. Pass trying to get it to the goalkeeper, and it's stolen away by Jessica Peffer. Peffer looking inside for Anna. It's partially tipped. Fight for it. Peffer gets it back. Sends it out. And they'll try to get it back up top. 21 again. That's Kate Miller with the lone goal so far tonight. She's got it. Spins left. Looks for a cutter inside. Has it. McGlamory shot again. Ricochets off either the post at the top or part of Sophia Douglas's stick. Either way, Cosby dodges a bullet and gets possession down 1-0, 16:45 to go in the half. Two good opportunities passed by the board for the Raiders. Jamison Edmonds with it. She'll get hit, lost it, gets it back. Turns around, looks for some help at midfield, and she'll get it. And the Titans will work the offensive zone. 16:20 to the half, 1-0. Babson loses it, gets it back. Over to Baumover, that's Bella. Bella in the game, Lexi in the game as well. Bella is 12, Lexi is 20. Jimenez now behind the net, working, trying to get a pass to Lexi. One hop off the grass, she takes it. Nothing there. Get it to Simmons. Simmons up top to O'Keefe. Molly works left side. Backs it up. Under 16 to play in the half. Looks for a cutter in the middle. Lexi can't quite get it. The Raiders are going to fight for it and finally grab it. Took them a minute to get it. Dangerous pass to Harrison, the goalkeeper, almost intercepted by Birnbaum, who could have just popped it in from 6 inches away. Instead, Harrison regroups behind the net. They get it out to Anna, and off go the Raiders across midfield. 15:30 to the break. Faith looking for a cutter inside. Nobody there. She'll go inside instead, and we get a whistle. This will be the first free position opportunity tonight for Atlee. And Faith Anna, the senior, will have the honors. Co-captain of this 2018 squad. Passes it to McGlamory inside, but Kellen cut off. Could not get a shot in time and brings it out instead. Good defense there by the Titans on the free position. Keeps it at a 1-0 count. Raiders look to regroup. Miller on the right side. Over to Peffer. Peffer working behind the net. And pass intended for Karn goes past her, out of bounds, and a turnover to Cosby. Lots of Atlee teams south of the river this afternoon. Number 4 Atlee softball gets a 10-1 victory at Clover Hill today. And number 7 Atlee baseball has defeated Clover Hill 6-0, the final score in that one. I want to thank our reporters, Chris Kuster and Patty Beach, for updates from those games. We were there until the later innings and then had to leave and get over here and get set up for our Game of the Week broadcast here tonight between the Titans and the Raiders. A very, very busy week of high school and other sports going on. At the half, we'll talk all about it as what we've got going on the RVA Sports Network. First of 2 Game of the Week broadcasts here this week. Softball coming up, top 10 action on Thursday night. Pass intended. Douglas tried to get it out. It was blocked by Peffer. She's able to get it back and slips it over to Fan. And Kaylee right now just trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Lost it. Picked up by Kolb. Raiders have it. Numbers briefly. Reagan looking for a shot. Nothing there through the circle, and she'll get it back to Miller. Atlee resets with the ball in a 1-0 lead at 13:33 to the break. Miller up top looking for Kolb. Reagan cuts. Nothing there. Miller will take it as kind of a pseudo pick, as it were. Now over to Anna. Anna works inside. Backhand shot. Good. Goal, Faith Anna. Atlee 2, Cosby nothing. 13:15 to the break.
Atlee goal scored by number 9, Faith Anna.
So it's not that Cosby has lacked for opportunity here tonight. Their first possession lasted nearly 4 minutes and included 3 free position opportunities. They just have not been able to cash in yet. Raiders 2, Titans nothing. Draw control coming at midfield. Whistle blows, and we get a whistle. And it's going to be Cosby's ball. Infraction there on the Raiders. Might have been a little too early into the circle once the control began. Titans race in, trying to find that elusive first goal of tonight. Baumhover gets it out to McCormick. McCormick in the back behind the net to Jimenez. Ariana guarded nicely there from Catherine Super. They get it inside. Simmons had it, tried to take a shot, lost it, but we get a whistle. And we're going to get a yellow card, and that's going to be on Kelly Simmons. And the Raiders will work with the player advantage. 2-0 lead, 12:35 to the break. So Simmons to the sideline, Atlee with possession. Miller over to Wheeler. Wheeler across the midfield stripe. Looks right side, gets it to Peffer. Peffer behind the net to Karn. They'll get it up top to Miller. Got a cutter. That's Kolb, and we get a whistle. Coming up on the 12-minute mark here in the half. Free position, shot, good. Goal, Reagan Kolb. And it's now 3-0 Atlee.
Atlee goal scored by number 12, Reagan Kolb.
We will get a timeout. Had a feeling we might see a timeout here called by head coach John Henneberry for Cosby. It's just a couple of tough breaks have been the difference here so far in this first half, and Atlee has been able to take advantage of theirs. And they score there on the player advantage to up the lead to 3-0 with 11:50 to go in the first half. Coming up, fans, Thursday night before we head into spring break, next game of the week broadcast live from Hanover High School. Should be a great one. Two teams that are now not only county rivals, but they are also Region 4B rivals, which means we could see 2 rounds of the Hawks and the Patriots in the regular season and a 3rd round in the postseason. That maybe could mean a trip to the state tournament for one and the end of the season for another. Round 1 of Patrick Henry Hanover is Thursday night at 6 live on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. Embedded YouTube players always available on game day at the top of the page at RVA Sports Network.com. Patrick Henry currently 2 in our latest top 10 softball poll, while Hanover moved up this week from 8 to 7, still unbeaten on the season at 3-0. Speaking of softball, they are now in the bottom of the 5th inning at Matoaka, and number 3 Cosby holds a 6-1 lead over the Matoaka Warriors, in part due to 4 errors on Matoaka this afternoon. And the 3rd-ranked Titans looking to stay undefeated. Of course, they have a trip to James River tomorrow. Rivalry night here in Chesterfield County. Cosby-James River softball starts at 4:30. Cosby-James River baseball, a top 10 showdown, starts at 6. And Cosby and James River take on each other in soccer. The boys at Cosby, the girls at James River. So the boys will be right here on this field tomorrow night. The girls will be up near the 288 bridge at James River. And then they flip it and play each other again, I think either very end of April or very early in May. One of the best rivalries in all of high school sports in the Richmond area. Titans and Rapids in pretty much anything. Out of the timeout, Simmons still on the sideline, not released yet. And we'll get a draw control with Atlee up 3-0 and the conversation for the Titans complete. Trying to see now if they can get possession and finally cash in on opportunities that they've had and that they've missed. couple of very close shots, a couple of very close opportunities pass-wise, and a couple of poor decisions. Raiders get it. Montgomery crossed the field over to Karn. Karn had it, lost it, and then we get a whistle. Edmonds on the defense for Cosby, and it will be a free position for the Raiders. Emily Karn, the senior, with it. Whistle blows, works in the middle, shot, scores. One hopper underneath Douglas's legs, right in between and in, and it's 4-0 Atlee. And the Raiders starting to get that rhythm that they have enjoyed in their first two victories this season. 20-9 win over Douglas Freeman to start things off, and then the 14-2 win Friday against Midlothian. Both of those were home matches. This is Atlee's first trip on the bus in 2018. And the first adversity for these Cosby Titans as they defeated Thomas Dale and Chester 16-0 to start the season. Beat Clover Hill at home last Monday night, 20-3. And this is the second of a 3-game homestand. Deep runs coming in for a match with these Titans on Wednesday night before they hit in the break. And then they won't play again until Monday, April 9th when they go to Midlothian. Raiders get it off the draw control and look to build on the 4-0 lead as we come up on 10:50 to go in the first half. Karn left side up top to Montgomery. Kellen will work it over to Miller, who had the first goal of the evening, the assist to Anna. She passes to Faith. Shot saved by Douglas. Beautiful save there. Now can the Titans get possession? No, they won't. Lost by the Raiders. Ball's wide open. Karn gets it. Whistle. And the refs say it belongs to Atlee. Beautiful save by Douglas, but could not complete the outlet. Simmons is released. We're back to full strength for the Titans. Down 4-0, 10:15 to the break. Miller working right side. Nothing there. Backs behind the goal. Looks. Works her way around. Pass. Beautiful inside. Shot. Score. Peffer gets her first tonight. 5-0, and the Raiders are on a roll right now. That was a fantastic pass, an assist from Kate Miller, working all the way around the goal and finding the cutter Peffer for the score. So the homestanding Titan fans a little uneasy at this point. And the fans who've made the trip around 295 and 288 from Hanover County, very happy with what they're seeing. 10:03 to go before halftime, and it is Atlee 5 and Cosby 0. You can't score 5 at once. You got to get them one at a time. Draw control, infraction on the whistle against Cosby, and the Raiders will get possession again. And where once Cosby controlled possession in this game early on, now they can't seem to get their hands on the ball again. Pass inside to Montgomery. She works, loses the ball. Nice stick defense from the Titans. They have it, lose it, bounces right back to the Titans. We get a whistle, and it will it stay with Cosby? Yes, it will. Reagan Scaglione with it. She'll pass it over to Douglas in goal. Douglas looking for a cutter. It goes over the head of one Titan, but right to another. Bella Bomb over with it. She's double teamed and needs some assistance. Gets away from it nicely and finds an open Ellie Birnbaum across midfield. Birnbaum working right side. Get a whistle. Stays with the Titans. 9 minutes to the half. Cosby needs a goal right now to kind of stop the bleeding and reset the match. 5-0 the score. Bella working up top. Nothing there. Works it right side. Pass, one hopper into the corner. Titans behind the net. Jimenez has it. She's going to try to work in front. Turn around. Triple teamed. And we're going to get a whistle here. Delayed call. And Jimenez will have an opportunity here to get the Titans on the board on a free position with 8:25 to the break. Whistle blows. Jimenez shot saved by Harrison. Impressive first half for the freshman goalkeeper. for the Raiders. Outlet pass to Anna. And another missed opportunity for the Titans. 5-0, 8:05 to the break. Anna double teamed across midfield, breaks it, gets into the offensive zone. Raiders with numbers if they hurry. Faith will set up the offense right side, look for help behind the net, get it from Karn. Looking inside to Miller, they found her, gets away from one player, shot in, goal, Atlee. Kate Miller, her second of the half, and it's 6-0 Raiders.
Scored by number 21, Kate Miller.
She scored the first goal of the evening, just over 4 minutes in, and now it's 7:42 to the break. The Atlee Raiders with an impressive 6-0 lead. Here on the Game of the Week live at Cosby High School. Titans need a break. They need a draw control. They need some possession. Fighting for it, and it is taken. Nope, we get a whistle. And I believe it's going to be Cosby possession. And it is. O'Keefe will do the honors. Molly brings it up. Titans looking to get on the board. Double team briefly defensively. We get a whistle on that double team. And O'Keefe gets the free position from outside the circle. Restart. Molly looking to take it up top. Gets double teamed again. Now loses it. Falls to the ground. And McGlamory picks it up for the Raiders. Atlee ball. Kolb with it. Kolb looking for a cutter. Found one. Shot. Saved Douglas. Emily Karn denied nicely by Sophia Douglas, using the stick to her advantage. Ball goes out of bounds behind the goal. And I believe it'll stay with Atlee at 6:45 to go in the break. Peffer with it. She'll get it to Karn. Karn looks for Miller. And an underhanded pass to her. Miller working right of the goal. Up 6-0 are the Raiders. 6:30 left. To halftime. Looking for a cutter. Gets the second one. Shot, score. McGlamory. Kellen McGlamory with the goal, and it's 7-0, and the Raiders are on a run right now.
Atlee goal scored by number 10, Kellen McGlamory.
Beautifully set up offensive play there, where what they do is they send Blakely Bazemore as kind of the first cutter, but the decoy. And then as soon as she takes off for the middle, there goes McGlamory, who is the really intended receiver, as it were. And Kellen's able to grab it with the defense drawn over to Bazemore and fired the ball right past Douglas to make it 7-0. And a team that made the state tournament for the first time in school history, and their hashtag this year on Twitter is unfinished business, certainly looking in mid-season form here on this last Monday in March. They win the draw control and attack once again. Looking for a cutter. It's 21 Miller. Couldn't find one. Double team. Kick it up top. Now they get it back to Miller right side. Final 6 minutes of the half. Behind the net to Karn. They'll work it up top. And around to Miller once again. Pass almost stolen. Peffer able to keep it, go behind the net for the Raiders. Looking for a cutter, nothing there. Now she'll work the circle. Denied defensively. Nice pass inside and across, and a goal left side for Miller, her third.
Atlee goal scored by number 21, Kate Miller.
And this is a bit of a surprise. We expected this to be a much closer match than it is turning out to be so far. And the Titans take a moment to kind of rally and talk among themselves there around Douglas after that latest goal. And they'll make some substitutions and get ready for the latest draw control, but they have to be a little shell-shocked right now. 8-0 Raiders. 5:33 to the break. And Cosby will win the draw control off the infraction by Atlee. And now it's just a matter of you got to stop them on one side and get a few goals on the other. And just try to stem the tide and turn the tide eventually, but it's going to take some time. Babson working. Got it inside. Lexi bomb over with it and then triple teamed, and we get a whistle, and Lexi may get a free position here. Off top of my head, at least 6, maybe 7 free positions in this half for Cosby, and they've yet to score. Lexi has another opportunity now. Harrison ready. Goes in, gets knocked down, and we're going to get another whistle there. And another foul on the Raiders. And the junior Lexi Baumover will have another opportunity here. Final 4:30 of the half. Whistle blows. Lexi, shot, saved Harrison. And the problem with that shot was that when it was going to go to hit the ground, it was right where Harrison had pinned the net of her stick. So no way to get the one hopper past her. And the Raiders work again in their own zone. Faith Anna with it. Eludes one defender. Works against another. Cuts across. Backhand. Shot. Score. With utter precision, Faith Anna makes it 9-0 visitors at 3:58 to the break. Wow. $9-0 lead. Still a little less than 4 minutes before halftime. And a very tough first half for the homestanding Titans of Cosby. Still, though, over a half left to be played. Latest draw control taken by Anna. Atlee has it again. Quickly inside to Peffer. Had her, lost her, whistle. And Atlee will retain possession, and Jessie Peffer is going to get a free position of her own. It's not like Atlee's had a whole lot of them in the half. Cosby's had a lot more. They just haven't been able to take advantage. Peffer, shot, score. On the left corner at the bottom, Douglas thought she had it and did not. 10-0.
Atlee goal scored by number 7, Jessica Peffer.
Better news for Titan fans. They go bottom 6 now in Matoaka. With the Cosby Titans continuing to hold the lead 6-1 against the Warriors. But here it is all Atlee Raiders. 10-0 coming up on the final 3 minutes of the first half. And you have to wonder what the discussion's going to be in the halftime huddle with Coach Henneberry and the Titans. Do you turn the second half into, let's win the second half, kind of a teachable moment type thing? Because, again, the calendar still reads March. There's a long way to go. As Caprioli, and I know I just mispronounced that name, grabs the draw control. It goes out of bounds off of Atlee far side. Capriglione gets it, and Cosby retains possession. 2:25 to the break. Pass quickly to Baumover. That's Bella working inside. We'll get a flag, and that is an infraction on Atlee, and it's going to be another free position for the Titans. Can they finally get one past Stella Harrison? Bella ready, shot, saved, rebound, score. Nice job by Bella. It goes off of Harrison's stick. She thought she had it in the net and did not. So Bella gets them on the board, finally, and some good news to cheer about if you're the home fans, the Titans, who I've always said on a chilly night when your team is winning, you don't feel the weather, and when your team is losing, it feels 20 degrees colder than it actually is. So 10-1 the score. Bella Baumover off the rebound, off the free position. And the Titans finally on the board, and they'll grab this draw control. It's Simmons with it. Kelly looking for numbers, finds Baumover, looks inside for Lexi, lost it, battle for it, comes out to the near side. Titans had it, lost it, get a whistle, and it'll be Cosby possession. Final minute 42 of the half. Lost, and then a push. Looked like they missed a call there as a Titan. Simmons goes down to the ground, but Cosby's able to maintain possession. Lexi looking inside, pass, shots, wide right by O'Keefe. It goes out of bounds, but we may have gotten a whistle prior to that. The question here will be, will Cosby have possession back behind the net? No, it's going to be a free position. There was, just as O'Keefe went to shoot and the shot went wide right, infraction on Atlee, and now Molly with the free position opportunity, and the shot is too high. Couple of feet over the top post, out of bounds, but Cosby will retain. Final minute 20 of the half. Looking to string a couple of goals together, have some positives to talk about at the break. Pass inside, stolen by the Raiders. It's Faith Anna. She'll get it quickly to Harrison. Harrison looking for an outlet. Can't find one. Now between defenders finds a Raider and will get a whistle, and Atlee will retain in their defensive zone. Final minute, first half. It's been all Raiders. 10-1 Atlee. Karn quickly down. Raiders trying to attack again. Left side. That's Elizabeth Moore with it. Lost it. It's going to go out. Titans are saying they're the closest to it and should have possession. And the answer is yes, they do. Dangerous pass. Lost by Douglas in goal. Atlee almost gets it. And then the Titans, they got it back, but before that, a whistle, and they're going to say Atlee possession. And Pfeffer will have it with 33 seconds left. Looking for a cutter, McLamory quickly. Lost it. And Douglas is able to put it into her net. Sophia looking for anyone downfield to try to get one final push before the break. They're under 20 seconds. Fight at midfield. Getting it down. Bomb over has it. Titans have a shot before the break. Pass inside O'Keefe. O'Keefe shot. Hits Harrison off of her mask. 7.3 seconds to go. Titans will keep possession with mere seconds to work. Down by 9. Got to hurry. Find a cutter. They do. Lost it. We get a whistle at 2.3. And will there be one last free position for Cosby in this first half? Or will the Raiders have it? Raiders will have possession. Harrison will send it out, and that'll end half number 1. We are at the break tonight here on the Game of the Week, and the Atlee Raiders have put on a show. Wow. So the Titans will go to the break and kind of regroup and see what they can do in the second half to retool and use some positive lessons going in for the rest of the campaign, while the Raiders have to be extremely happy as they go to the break, up on the road by 9. Atlee 10, Cosby 1. We are at the half. We'll come back in just a few moments, talk a little bit more about our Thursday night Game of the Week broadcast, as well as keep you posted on some other events we've got going on that we'll be doing live Twitter coverage on this week. Very busy week before we head to spring break. Game of the Week rolls on after this, live on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey, Wood and West.
Back to you live here from Cosby High School on this chilly but very beautiful Monday night as the sun has said goodnight and some beautiful colors out in the sky. They look a lot more vivid if you're an Atlee Raider fan right now as the Cosby Titans find themselves down 10-1 here at intermission. Titans had possession for almost the first 4 minutes of the first half. Several opportunities off free position, weren't able to take advantage. Raiders' first possession, they go straight down the field. Faith Anna finds the freshman Kate Miller cutting up the middle. She scores, and that just kind of set the tone for the rest of the first half. Cosby fighting, kind of chipping away, trying to push the rock up the mountain, getting almost to the top, and then watching it roll down. And the Raiders, sometimes with very little, I don't want to use the term resistance, but sometimes with ease, able to find cutters and people able to get the ball into the net behind Douglas in goal. And on a few occasions, though, Atlee made some fantastic passes, some great assists to find people to where sometimes you play your best defense and sometimes the offense is just better. And that happened on at least 2 or 3 occasions there in that first half, especially in the stretch where the Raiders were scoring goals. It seemed like about every minute to 90 seconds to get this lead stretched out to 10-1. But again, for Atlee, this continues, and unless we see a huge comeback, and it could always happen, if we see that, then that'll be incredible. If we don't, Atlee uses the upcoming second half to continue to fine-tune what they're doing, and they have to be happy with what's going on so far. For Cosby, it's a matter of putting that first half behind you and playing better in the second, win the second half, even if it's not enough to win the match. Again, these two have a lot bigger fish to fry than this early season match in the latter part of March. Both of them want to end up in state championship games. And remember this year, Class 5 and 6 Spring Jubilees no longer in Northern Virginia. They are here in the RVA at Deep Run and Glen Allen High Schools. So if you make it to a Class 5 state semifinal or a Class 6 state semifinal, you're playing at one of those 2 schools on Friday, June the 8th, state championships on June 9th. Well, fans, lots of stuff going on this week as we get a lot of stuff in before spring break begins for most schools on Friday afternoon. Tomorrow, we will be back at college mode and on Hanover Sports on Twitter for The Game Baseball Edition, live from RMC, from Randolph-Macon, as Hamden Sydney comes in for ODAC baseball action. First pitch at 3:30, and we'll have Twitter updates throughout the game on Hanover Sports. Back on that on Twitter on Wednesday night. First on Wednesday afternoon, we go back to Randolph-Macon for doubleheader softball action against Mary Washington. First game begins at 3 o'clock. Yellow Jackets have won 18 in a row and are the number 5 ranked team in Division III nationally. Of course, their ODAC mate, defending national champion Virginia Wesleyan, still the number 1 team in the country, still unbeaten. And they're tied at the top of the ODAC at 2-0, both the Marlins and the Yellow Jackets. In case you're wondering, they play each other at Virginia Wesleyan April the 18th. Then later that night, we'll have more girls lacrosse action on Twitter. Patrick Henry and Hanover, our first chance to see both of them this year. And then our game of the week back on the air on our YouTube channel Thursday night. Number 2, Patrick Henry. Number 7, Hanover in softball action. We go live at 6 o'clock Eastern at youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. Final just in on baseball, and it is a good night for Colonial Heights as they knock off Verina. Final score 11-0. 11-0 Colonial Heights baseball with the victory tonight over Verina. A couple of other scores we mentioned earlier. Top 10 action in both baseball and softball. Games that should have been played 2 weeks ago today, but they got rain/snowed out. Number 7 Atlee baseball shuts out Clover Hill 6-0 here in Chesterfield, while number 4 Atlee softball gets a 10-1 victory over the Cavaliers. It has not gone final quite yet at Matoaka. Number 3 Cosby softball still leading the Warriors 6-1. For our broadcast information for the game of the week, of course, it's always available on the right-hand side of the page at RVA Sports Network A week from tonight, we've got top 5 baseball action, number 2 St. Christopher's and number 4 Deep Run from the Deep Run Spring Break Baseball Tournament. Can't wait for that one next Monday night at 7. Second half is underway. First draw control won by the Raiders, and Atlee quickly into the circle, looking to continue the attack. Up by 9. Raiders 10, Titans 1. Peffer works behind the net. Working for cutters, looking. Finds Kolb left side. Reagan up top to Montgomery. Kellen fakes a move to the left. And a pass across the way to Miller. Now Anna running the offense. Faith, pass. Looking behind the net. Back to Peffer. Jessica back to Karn, who loses it and gets it back just before a Titan is able to complete the interception. Back to Peffer. Atlee, enjoying a 9-goal lead, can be a little more methodical in their offensive work. Peffer working around into the middle. Shot. Goal. Jessie Peffer. Past Douglas to her right side. And the Raiders score a minute 8 into the second half. It's 11-1.
Atlee goal scored by number 7, Jessica Peffer.
So the lead at 10, and the Raiders right back to work out of halftime. They won their opener against Douglas Freeman 20-9. They defeated Midlothian last Friday 14-2. This is again their first road trip of the season, and they are in control right now with the 10-goal lead. Latest draw control will be won by Atlee as Miller grabs it, and back into the offensive zone they go. The freshman looking for a cutter, couldn't find one. She'll keep it alive herself, and we get a whistle from behind. A lot of people were wondering how Atlee would withstand the loss of 2 specific players, one being their goalie Savannah Clark to graduation, the other kind of the facilitator of the offense. Shot into Anna, and the shot by Anna is good. Miller off the free position doesn't move. She finds a cutting Faith Anna with the assist. Anna scores to make it 12-1.
Atlee goal scored by number 9, Faith Anna.
And the Raiders simply have picked up where they left off. That other departed senior from last year's team, who again, that's the first time in school history Atlee had made the state tournament, was Kylie Eastman, who is now playing at Belmont Abbey College. And I have a feeling head coach Christina Dobson knew full well Kate Miller was on her way. And Kate has been a very impressive early season addition, attacking offensively. Fellow freshman Stella Harrison in goal has been stellar, no pun intended, in her work here tonight. 12-1 Raiders. Just over 3 minutes into the second half. Titans have it briefly, lose it, and the Raiders pick it up near midfield. Montgomery with it. She'll get around, bomb over. Kellen looking for a cutter. It's Miller. Shot saved by Douglas. Sophia gets a hand on it with the stick. It bounces here to the near corner, and Karn will pick it up, and Atlee will retain possession. And now from behind, we get a whistle. Cosby with one player too many on defense in the offensive zone. And that'll draw the whistle and a free position, for Reagan Kolb, who will pass it over to Karn, and the Raiders will opt to work offensively. Karn behind the net. Just over 4 minutes into the second half. And what's been pretty much a clinic tonight here for the Atlee Raiders. Try to get a dump pass inside. Douglas was almost able to steal it away, but then it goes well past the goal, and Faith Anna draws it and gets it. Now Miller with it. Miller keeping those feet going. Inside, find Faith Anna. Her shot wide right goes out of bounds, and the closest to it is Atlee, and they'll retain. Peffer will have it upon the whistle. Thought about passing to Karn. Karn was moving her way up from behind the net. So Peffer tried to pass it, and then it falls out of her stick, right out of the net, and Cosby will be glad to take the turnover. Any break they can get, they'll be very happy with right now. Into the offensive zone. They find Baumover, lost it, got it back, shot just too high, a little over the post. And we'll see who retains as Harrison tried to be the closest to it out of goal there. But Cosby will keep it just under 20 to go. Pass, and Harrison was still out of position. Why she didn't get back to the goal is beyond me, and Cosby will take full advantage and score just under 20 minutes left to make it 12-2. And so the second goal tonight for Bella Baumover. And hey, you know, if they're going to make a mistake, you take full advantage of it. And there are some teams who would not have been in a position to have taken advantage of that because they will have mentally already have checked out losing 12-1. Not Bella. Now 12-2, the Raiders win the draw control. They get it down offensively quickly, get a whistle from back behind, and the Raiders will keep, and Karn will have a free position at 18:45 to go. That's one of the biggest lessons this Titan team can learn out of this match tonight and out of these next 18 and a half minutes of action. Mental toughness, not quitting, even if you know the score is no longer in doubt. Shot saved by Douglas. And here the Titans have a chance now to get another possession, maybe stretch a couple of goals together. Anything you can get in terms of mental victories right now. Pass goes past three Titans, across midfield, losing it, getting it back, losing it again, referee whistle, and the Titans will get possession. Jimenez will have it. 18:05 to go. The Titans would love to string a few goals together here. Just anything momentum-wise. Remember, we mentioned earlier, Deep Run's coming to town Wednesday night. Their schedule gets no easier here early on. And they'd much rather learn from this, win Wednesday, go to the break 3-1, save a big comeback here tonight, rather than 2-2. As Deep Run and Atlee, probably the favorites right now, at least of Richmond area teams, in Class 5. Again, Cosby in Class 6. Waiting for the referee's whistle and a free position for Jimenez, and she'll work it back. And a reset to Mackenzie Babson. 17:20 to go. Babson up top to Baumover. That is Bella, who's got both goals tonight. Double teamed, whistle blown. Another free position coming for Cosby. Boys lacrosse final just in. Highland Springs. Congratulations to them. New program this year. They beat Matoaka tonight. 8-4 is the final score. Off the free position, the shot is saved by Harrison, who quickly finds Kate Miller. And just like that, Miller's across the midfield stripe, racing down the field. The freshman, the pass to McGlamory, the shot saved by Douglas. Douglas looking downfield, finds Bella Baumover. She quickly gets it to Lexi. And now the Titans are the ones working quickly in the offensive zone. Trying to get down, looking inside to Jimenez. Got it, shot, score. There's some positivity. Ariana Jimenez with the score to make it 12-3. And the Titan Nation below us very happy with that. There you go, fans. Once again, don't quit. Mental toughness, learn from everything that happens to you as a team throughout a season. And the Titans string back-to-back together for the first time tonight. And they may be down 9, but they are certainly nowhere close to quitting. You want to make the visiting team, even with a comfortable lead, the first thing you want to do is make them uncomfortable. And the best way to do that, string a few goals together and get momentum on your side. And if you do that, then suddenly they're calling a timeout, and they're now starting to think, man, can this clock just go ahead and get to doubles, triple zeros so we can go home and get back on the bus? That's the type of mental change or flip that the Titans are looking to make right now. Draw control is going to be taken by McGlamory of Atlee, who's quickly double-teamed and then triple-teamed, and Kellen's able to get away from it, find some help, And the Raiders have it. They'll get it to Anna at midfield. Under 16 left to go. Atlee 12, Cosby 3, but Cosby scored 2 in a row. We get a whistle, which actually kind of works against Atlee, as Anna found an open Miller right in front of the goal, but the whistle stops play, and Anna will get the free position instead at 15:40 remaining. Faith, the pass, Miller, shot, score. Well, what they were going to do just a moment ago before the whistle blew, they just waited for the whistle to blow again and did it anyway. Wow. Anna to Miller, just like it was for goal number 1 tonight, and they stop the brief 2-0 Cosby run and make it 13-3 as we come up on 15 minutes left in the game. Draw control is taken by McGlamory of Atlee. We have a boys lacrosse update. We'll give it to you in just a moment. McGlamory looking, stopping, turning, finding Anna, shot wide. Beautiful pass from McGlamory to Anna, but Faith just couldn't connect. Karn will pick it up, and Atlee will retain possession. Gets it to Kolb. Reagan up top, now looking to go inside, shot, score. And Reagan Kolb gets on the board with a goal at 14:17 left. It's 14-3 Atlee.
Atlee goal scored by number 12, Reagan Kolb.
I believe that's her second of the night. And we're coming up on 14 left, and it's 14-3 Raiders. Deep run tonight on the road at Charlottesville in boys lacrosse, and at the break, the Wildcats have an 8-3 lead over the Black Knights. That's Deep Run 8, Charlottesville 3, thanks to our friends at CBS 19 Sports on Twitter for that update. Draw control coming. Cosby sees the lead back to 11. It was briefly down to 9. Fight for it in the middle, and Atlee picks it up. They get it quickly. Anna to Kolb. Reagan, double team briefly. Bellabomb over on her. Kicks it out with the stick, but we get a whistle. Thought we were going to get a turnover to Cosby, but I don't think we will. Girls soccer final in. Thanks to our buddy Wahoo Bill on Twitter. Patrick Henry defeats Huguenot tonight. 4-1 is the final. Patriots take on Hanover on Thursday. Atlee will retain possession with just under 13 minutes remaining. And it'll be Peffer doing the honors from behind the net, waiting for the referee's signal. We get it past to Karn. Karn works it around. And that's Ashley Karn in the game, Emily's younger sister, and another freshman on this varsity team for the Atlee Raiders. Works it to Anna. Anna over to Bazemore. Bazemore around right side to Kolb. Reagan looking for the cutter. McGlamory, pass tipped. She's able to get it back and keep the Raider possession at 12-17 and counting. Kolb goes weak side. Not a lot of defense there. Now it picks her up. She gets to the middle. Works around to Titan. Spins. Moves. Shot. It is partially saved by Douglas, and then she's able to grab it off the ground. Gets the one-hop pass to a teammate trying to get a cutter. We've got bodies falling everywhere and whistle blowing, and I believe the Titans will get possession just shy of midfield. But down 14-3 as we work the clock under 12 minutes left. We talked earlier about how Deep Run comes in on Wednesday night here to take on Cosby in their next endeavor. The Raiders' next endeavor is at home against Lee Davis. Rivalry night on Wednesday night. That night we will be at Hanover for Patrick Henry and Hanover, and live Twitter coverage on Hanover Sports, part of the RVA Sports Network. 14-3 at 11:10 remaining, and a turnover to Atlee as they'll work it out of their defensive zone. And we're starting to see a couple of substitutions for the Raiders. Down quickly is Peffer. Jessica, shot, goal. Peffer, the junior, tallies again. 15-3, Raiders.
The goal scored by number 7, Jessica Pepper. The enter?
So the Raiders of Atlee are 10-20 away from hitting the bus with the record of 3-0 and getting set to host arch rival Lee Davis on Wednesday before spring break comes. In spring break, soccer, lacrosse, softball, they take the break. There's a lot of baseball action over spring break. We mentioned next baseball game of the week is next Monday night. We'll be at Deep Run for the first round of the Deep Run Spring Break Baseball Tournament. And we got a top 5 battle in the first round. Number 4 Deep Run hosting number 2 St. Christopher's. We go live next Monday night at 7 here on the RVA Sports Network on our YouTube channel. If you subscribe now at youtube.com/RVA Sports Network, you'll never miss another live game of the week. High school broadcast. 9:30 to go, 15-3. And possession belongs to Cosby after the draw control. And a battle going out of bounds, far side in front of the Titan bench. Now see if the Titans can get something positive to go before this game is done. Inside, O'Keefe has it. Her shot, wide. Cosby should retain possession off the out of bounds, and does. Lily Minow into the game. Her pass inside intended for Baumover, taken away by Bazemore. And Atlee will take over. Good thought, just couldn't connect. And the Raiders take possession under 8:50 to go. Now it's just a matter of running out the clock and taking the win. Miller gets it to McGlamory, and Kellen will stop and allow the rest of the offense to catch up. Get it to Bazemore up top at 8:30 to go. Over to Kate Miller. Up top, gets it over to Catherine Foley into the game now for Atlee. Flips it to Karn, left side. Emily looks, nothing there, backs it out, back to Foley. Foley across to Miller. Miller working right side, stutter steps, pulls back, gets it back to Foley outside the circle. 8 minutes left, 15-3 Atlee. Bazemore loses it, and the Titans pick it up. Edmonds with it across midfield. We get a whistle, and we're going to get a yellow card. And this time it could be Atlee, a player down, and that will be the case. Mia Dandridge into the game, sophomore number 20, and she will get the yellow on defense off the fast break off the turnover, and a player advantage here for Cosby. Working inside, shot off the post up top. Edmonds almost had it. Cosby retains possession as the ball caroms outside the circle, and Cosby picks it up. Simmons looking inside, pass, shot, score. Lexi Baumover flips it around, almost behind her back, barely gets the spin move, but is able to get it over the head of Harrison to make it 15-4. So Lexi gets on the board tonight as we come up on 7 minutes to go, 15-4, Raiders with the lead. So next broadcasts are Thursday night, game of the week softball, number 2 Patrick Henry at number 7 Hanover at 6, and then a week from tonight at 7, Monday, April 2nd, big baseball matchup, number 2 St. Christopher's, number 4 Deep Run. And that is at 7 Eastern. And we'll be adding more Game of the Week broadcasts to our schedules, which, of course, always updated on the right-hand side of the page at RVA Sports Network.com. Control this time taken by Titans, who continue, to enjoy the player advantage. 15-4, 6:22 to go in the match. Nice spin move, keeping the possession alive. Pass, tipped, fight for it. Titans had a shot at it. Now the Raiders do, and we get a whistle, and it'll be Atlee possession. They get the pass out to McGlamory. And the Titans will grab it in the defensive zone off the turnover. And then they're going to turn it right back over to the Raiders. Miller quickly down to McGlamory. McGlamory looking for a cutter. Nobody there. She'll go in herself. Shot, score. Kella McGlamory was trying her darndest to get it to Peffer on the assist. Couldn't find her. Won the war around her defender, and with the left hand, fires it past Douglas. So the Raiders on their way to 3-0, up 16-4 as we approach the final 5 minutes here tonight. Gives us a quick second to remind you to join us every Friday morning on ESPN Richmond on the Black and Drew Sports Huddle. They're on weekdays from 8 to 10. We join them every Friday morning at 9:30 for RVA Locals Only, where we sit down and talk with the movers and shakers in high school and local sports here in the RVA. Join us on 99.5 and 102.7 ESPN. You can listen live online in the office at espnrichmond.com or on the ESPN Richmond app. Looking forward to joining Bob and Andrew on Friday morning at 9:30. Our thanks to Farm Bureau Insurance for being the sponsor of RVA Locals Only, heard only on ESPN Richmond in conjunction with the RVA Sports Network. 4:20 to go. Raiders with possession off the draw control and enjoying the 16-4 advantage. They were up 10-1 at the break after a burst of offense in the middle part of the first half effectively put this evening away for the Raiders. Working inside, Miller backs it out, gets it to Peffer, back behind the net. Back to Miller right side, up top to Kolb, under 4 to go. Ashley Karn, the freshman, with it now. Gets it to Foley. Simmons on her defensively. Right side, Miller. Man, Kate's got a fast first move. She goes inside, denied defensively, and wisely just hangs on to it, goes behind the net to reset the offense. Miller does not play like a freshman. 3:30 to go. Looking for a cutter, found him, Kolb, and Kolb will turn around and back it out. Nice sportsmanship there. Had the wide open opportunity, but when up by 12 with 3:20 to go, there's no reason to do it. Now for Cosby, it's just a matter of, again, mental toughness and sticking this out to the end. Learning, looking at the tape, and getting ready for deep run on Wednesday night. And knowing the matches that truly matter are still to come against 6A brethren. They got to deal with Clover Hill. They got to deal with Manchester. They got to deal with Thomas Dale and, of course, James River. In that 8-team Region 6B, and frankly, fans, not all 8 teams may have lacrosse with a couple of teams up north. Tournaments are going to be quite interesting and new this year because of the reconfiguration of VHSL's reclassification of 2013. We're in the second spin of it, as it were. And as we get closer to that time in the month of May, we'll have all the information for you on our website at rvasportsnetwork.com. Turn over to the Titans. They work it across midfield in the final 2:15. See if the Titans can tally one more time before this night is complete. Leave on a positive note to get ready for the Wildcats coming in 48 hours from now. We have a yellow card on Atlee. Kolb is going to go to the bench. And the Titans with possession. Bomb over, looking for a cutter. And we get a foul. And it looks like a free position coming for Cosby. She's trying to get it to Minow in the middle, but gets bailed out. Whistle blows, free position coming. pass, intended for 17, Julia Dotson, who wasn't able to control it. It goes out of bounds behind the net. And it will be Atlee possession in the final 90 seconds here on the Game of the Week. Fans, we will have no post-game show tonight. Got to quickly step out, break down the equipment, get down and talk with the head coach of Atlee for our article coming up in the new Thursday edition of the Hanover Herald Progress on tonight's game. But we'll be back with you Thursday night for Game of the Week action. Patrick Henry Hanover softball at 6 p.m. here on our YouTube channel. Final minute of the match. And the Raiders of Atlee about to go 3-0. Cosby will absorb their first defeat of the year, but go to 2-1 as they get set for deep run on Wednesday. Should be the final free position of the night. Miller will get it, and she'll back it out and bring it over to Foley. 40 seconds left. And the Raiders happy just to run out the clock. One probably final whistle here with about 20 seconds to go. A couple of freshmen with impressive performances for the Raiders tonight. Kate Miller helping to run the offense. Stella Harrison with a good job in goal. And a final shot and in. Miller will take the shot, and it's a score as the clock goes to double zeros, and that will do it. Final score tonight here on the Game of the Week. Atlee with an emphatic victory here at Cosby. Raiders 17 and Titans 4.
That concludes tonight's game. The final score, Atlee 17, Cosby 4.
So
Thank you for coming out tonight and drive home safely.
The Titans fall to 2-1. They get deep run coming in on Wednesday night, while the Atlee Raiders go back home. 3 of their first 4 at home. This was their first road test of the year, and they passed it with flying colors. They host Lee Davis coming up on Wednesday night. Final once again, Atlee 17, Cosby 4, the Titans to 2-1. The Raiders are 3-0. Thanks for being with us on the first of 2 Game of the Week broadcasts this week. We're back with you live Thursday night at 6 Eastern. Top 10 softball action back up in Hanover County. Number 2, Patrick Henry against unbeaten number 7, Hanover. Patriots unbeaten as well. Should be a good one between 2 teams who could see each other deep into the Region 4B playoffs in May. That's Thursday night at 6. Tonight's coverage of girls lacrosse, an exclusive presentation of the RVA Sports Network, solely intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, other use of tonight's game without the express written consent of HCS Media, LLC is strictly prohibited. Thanks to everybody here at Cosby for making us feel so welcome. Rob Witham saying have a great night, everyone. Thanks for being with us on the Game of the Week.